You're not.
I wasn't expecting to be on.
You're just not working hard enough. You know what I mean?
Why are you the only one with the headphones on, bro?
Oh, let me take them off. Trying to be professional.
But speaking of working hard
at that, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We told you, we're coming back for round 2.
Yeah.
You understand? Now my boy got his own set.
Trust me.
Yes, sir.
Come on, boy.
I'm excited, man.
Come on, boy.
Good to be back.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
Am I the first reoccurring?
You the only reoccurring. Not the first. You the only reoccurring.
Yeah.
We don't do this for anybody. You know what I'm saying? You the only reoccurring.
Trust.
You want to say episode 13, yeah?
Jeez.
Re-up. Let's go.
Trust me.
You see me. Let's go.
Yeah,
so
man.
we're going to start with the good news or what? Tell the people a minute.
Me?
Yeah, tell the people. I'll tell the people.
That ain't nothing, bro.
Nah, what do you mean that ain't nothing, bro? Come on, bro. This is a celebration.
These guys were screaming.
Thank you. It's a celebratory episode, you see me? Obviously, we got our boy back. But obviously, you man may not know. Pat man took his driver's test today. And what do you do, bro?
Pass first
light
time,
work.
innit?
Light work, innit? Come on, bro. Come on, gang.
Just another day.
Just another day. You see me? So obviously.
You drive?
Not yet. No, not legally.
Hey,
on the big radio.
Bro, this is the
On
internet.
the
I'm
radio.
joking.
This is the internet, bro.
This is
No.
live, you know?
I drive with
Police listen
somebody.
to this. Cruising. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Sinathi, safe. We got him, boys.
Nah, I don't drive
bro.
yet.
Yeah.
I'm working on some few things before I get to it, but we'll get there.
Fair.
We'll get there.
I always thought you drove. You know,
Nah.
there's some people you just think they drive.
They're automatically assume,
Yeah, you just think like.
I get driven. I don't drive.
Alright,
Trying to be like you.
Chauffeur.
I'm joking. Let me chill out.
Chauffeur. I hear it, man. I hear it. To be honest, bro, you need to learn how to drive, but the aim is to not drive.
True.
Pretty
I mean,
much.
I got a cousin. Why do I keep exposing my people? This thing? I don't even care, bro. He works as an investment banker in Dubai, and he doesn't drive. And the reason he doesn't drive is because he loves being driven around. Every time I'm with him, bro, he does not.
Fair
drive.
enough.
Why would you want to?
Fair enough. I feel like there's certain.
There's a level of freedom to driving, bro.
Yeah.
What do you mean, bro? You just
No. That's what I'm saying. So the goal is to know how to drive and have a license. But if you don't need to.
No, but he doesn't have a license.
Oh, okay.
He just jumps in a.
If you're a busy guy, bro, between meeting to meeting, you need to do your thing.
Yeah, no one's got time to get fuel, man.
That's it,
Get
man.
that, bro.
Apparently.
That's it.
Get that, bro.
In Dubai as well, fam.
Get that. No, it's not even Dubai. It's in Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. Yeah, that's the places you want to be driven.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because you hear that, the man them respect your thing.
Yeah.
You just
trying
need
to
to
be
get
like
in your car.
you, bro.
For real.
Trying to be like you. But Sinathi,
Yeah, man.
Yes.
got you round 2, bro. How's life? How's things been since
Last time.
Since round one,
I've
yeah.
actually been. I
busy.
performed.
Nice. Oh yeah, you did the amplifier, innit?
Amplifier, yeah, performed.
Congrats, how was that?
It's been good. It was good actually. Really good. It was nice and intimate. You know.
Was that your solo?
Yeah. So it was just
Yeah,
me, and I was performing with my boy Jeremy. Shout out Jeremy.
Big up, Jeremy.
And then Fifi Dean as well. She was really good. She was sick. She had a full band. Kind of jealous.
Nice.
I was like, I've still to perform like my own show with a full band.
Yeah.
So that's probably next year's goal. But yeah, it was good, man. I enjoyed it. Anything else? I've been working on a lot of my own music. As last time I wasn't really doing much, but I've got a few things in the vault, a few collaborations with some friends.
Okay.
So I don't want to make any promises yet, but I say before the end of the year you'll hear something.
You heard that? That's a promise.
You hear something, like something's
He
cooking.
doesn't want to make any promises, but he made a promise to us. To
Yeah,
the
no,
show.
you hear something.
Yeah, that's
I
what
mean,
I'm
I
saying.
might even
This is
like
live and recorded.
I
Bro.
might even leak a little demo on Jambo if they allow me, but
Bro,
we'll,
you're allowed, bro.
we'll have
Hold
to.
you, bro. We ain't gonna hold
If
you,
you want to
bro.
release
Well,
it,
it's
you
a
want
little-
to give the people in Malika something.
Just a
Yeah.
little, just to kind of whet the appetite a little bit.
For sure.
Crazy. Nah, hey. You
Fuzz.
Pause.
But you get what I'm saying. So I've been working on a few things. I'm still, as I said last time, I'm still doing a lot of like engineering and recording. So I'm just trying to find that balance. But yeah, I've got something cooking.
Exciting.
See
So how are you feeling about the music as well? Like, are you obviously you enjoy what you're making, but are you like enjoying the process, or is it like I need to put out music? Like, what's your process right now?
I think a part of it is I need to put out music, but at the same time I'm trying to enjoy it. So I'm not putting myself on a deadline. Like originally I wanted to, I think the beginning of the year I wanted to release a project, but I still can, but I also feel like, you know what, let me not rush it, because I'm trying to elevate my sound, and trying to, like, you know, show that there's progression. Like, I've taken a long time off. Let's see what you've been working on. Let's see the progress. So I don't want to, like, rush something just because I need to get content out. I'd rather, like, hold off and get something really, really solid, really, really good out, and be like, yeah, this is why I've been taking so long. Stuff
quality,
like that.
innit?
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So I want to get the quality up there. I've been working with a lot of people, so it's just kind of balancing that out. But I'm still enjoying the process. Like, you know, I was talking to one of my boys actually, because we were out, and this is the sign of us getting old. I don't know. Listen. I say this. I'm 24, so I'm not that old. But I'm coming to a realization. Don't do that.
I'm listening.
I'm coming to that realization that life is not as sweet as it used to be, like when we were younger. Like, in terms of, like, see, when you were in uni, like, no. I'm just saying, like, back in the day, like when you were in uni, like, there was no SAS was paying for most of your things, so you weren't really doing too much. SAS is like student loan.
You don't know about SAS?
Oh, he doesn't know about SAS, bro.
Guy. Missed out.
Basically, SAS is like would pay you, like, depending on your circumstances. But I was getting like $450 every month for nothing. So
free bread,
free bread,
education, plus you get paid.
Plus you get paid as well.
Scotland, bro.
Right, yeah. So SAS was paying me.
Maybe I should have kept. Let me look into doing a masters up here. Maybe a young masters, a PhD,
and that double SAS at the beginning of the month, that double hit, that was golden. So, like, back in the day, like, I didn't have to have a part-time job. I was just in uni, and even then at uni, like, I'll be there for like 2-3 hours, and then I could just go do whatever I want for the rest of the day. But now it's like
responsibility.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I've got to go work. And then I've also have to.
Oh, you mean you have responsibility?
Yeah. No, but like you get what I'm saying. So I was talking to one of my boys about this, and he was like, you know, when you have a studio session with your boys, or like with your friends or whatever. And it's like one of them ones where, like, the whole day's kind of dedicated to just, like, you guys are chilling, making music. Yeah. And you take that little break in between, like, the session. You go get some food. You're chatting about the song, like, oh, maybe we should do this, maybe we should do that. It's just that whole atmosphere is like what we're lacking right now, and we're trying to get that, like, mojo back. So I'm enjoying that process of, like, you know, I've just made the beat, or I found the sample, and the ideas are flying. I'm laying them down. I've got lyrics. Oh, my boy would sound sick on this, or so and so would sound really good on this. Send it to people, like, and just seeing things like work and start to move forward. You end up with a finished product. You're like, wow, okay, we've done this. Like, but then it's also the other aspect of release it, because we've got music, but we're not releasing it. So it's just that thing where we're just like, I'm falling in love with that process all over again. I feel like once you take time off music a little bit.
Yeah, you
can't find it. You're like, wow.
Yeah, different. The lick feels like the itch is different.
Yeah,
I promise you.
And especially when you make one of them bangers, I feel like you might, both of you actually will probably experience it. But sometimes when I make a beat, right, and I'm like, this beat's cold, I'm like, I'm that guy, bro. you said they're like, I'm that guy, bro. When you write something, you're like, I'm that. Yeah, you said that, like, no, if no one deeps it,
when I put this out,
yeah,
it's long for them.
That's what I'm saying.
It's long for them.
Those moments, like, you can't, like, there's nothing you can't replace those moments, like, when you make it.
Nah, I don't think you might understand how, bro. We had been in studio for a minute. Yeah. Let me preface that. Me and Sinathi, we even chopped it up in a minute, bro. Last time I was in studio, I was working on a mix for an artist that she sent through to me actually earlier this week, right? And I was just doing my thing, bro. And obviously, you know, I got the whiteboard in studio, yeah? Bro, I took one of the sticky notes and I was like, I need to remember, when it comes to mixing, I am actually him. Never forget that, bro. And I put it on my thing and I was like, yeah, I need to always remember this. Because sometimes, as a creative, sometimes you really do, like, the longer you create, you go through the same cycle of, oh yeah, this is dope. This ain't it. But the thing is, the this ain't it part is just the things that ain't it is just like you haven't kind of got them to coalesce how you want it. That's the wrong word. You haven't got them kind of to lock in how you want them to lock in. So the pieces are there, but you just haven't got the correct picture of the puzzle. So when I'm mixing, sometimes I get there, I'm like, raw. Especially because I have like a template. I'm like, okay, let me not use this, or let me use this. Oh, I want this compression, but I don't want to use this compressor. Or let me use like my brain. There's so much processes my brain go through like quick time. Like I'll hear something, and like my brain's gone through the maddest computing process for me to make a decision, like a split second. And like I can slow down the process and then go backwards. But like sometimes I do forget like I really am
that guy.
Yeah.
I'm alright at mixing. Like I really do forget. Nah, because I'm not gonna I'll be forgetting, like sometimes I'll be forgetting like how good of a creative I am. Like when I'm having conversations with people, I'm like, oh yeah, I did that. I'm like, oh shit, bro, I really am. Like so like I just had to write it down to put it on my notes. So anytime like I get into that zone where I'm like it's just, bro, trust yourself, bro. Like you got this, bro. You know at the end how it's gonna be. You know what the end goal is anyway. You know how it's gonna sound at the end, bro. Just remember that you're him and just work through that in it. So
that's really real. That's really real, man. Like I was even talking to my boys not long ago about like, bro, there was a period where I just lost confidence, bro. I was just like I just forgot who I was type ish. But it's that mental struggle of like telling yourself, but if you don't believe it, it's just it feels that imposter syndrome, because all of us have that imposter syndrome anyway. You're like, yo, I'm actually making music. I'm actually, doing shows. I'm actually in the studio with big name artists. I'm actually,
like I'm really living people's dreams right now. Like really,
that's what I'm saying.
Literally living people's dreams, bro. So it's like,
and then at night when you go to bed, sometimes you're thinking like, yo, I'm actually moving, bro. But like I'm saying, sometimes you have that thing in the back of your head, like, why do I not feel
like I'm moving?
I'm moving, or why do I not feel like I'm, making the impact that I want to make? And it's tough, like you said, man. Just getting your mojo back, especially what you said, getting your mojo back. And I feel like for me, especially recently, I've just felt like I'm like, yo, bro, do these man know who I am, bro? Forget these man. Do I know who I am? Bro, I need to walk with my chest up. You mad,
bro? Sometimes you have to really remind yourself.
You have to, bro. It's
when you refer to me, especially in this context. Make sure HIM is next to my name when you refer to. No, you have to, bro.
No, it's actually essential. Like it's not even like a ego thing.
No, it is an ego thing.
No.
But wait, it's not a bad ego thing. It's a healthy ego thing. It's not a bad ego thing. It's not like, I'm better than everyone else. It's just a healthy ego.
I'm good at what I do.
Yeah, I'm good at what I do. I should be able to say, raw, man's actually good at what I do.
Yeah, I'm good at what I do.
And when you speak to me about what I do, put some respect on my thing.
And that's what I'm saying. You're not going to make it without that. Because a lot of people might think like, oh, that's an ego thing. Bro, it is an ego thing, like you're saying, bro. But next man beside you thinks they're the best thing. Next girl beside you thinks they're the best thing. So if you're thinking, oh, I'm not as good as them two, you ain't going to move.
You're not going to make it.
You're not going to move,
You're not going to make it. It's quite funny you say that, because it's something that, obviously I'm a church boy. Like something that's heavily like focused on, well, not heavily, but like recently my pastor's been talking about a lot of these things.
Pride.
About how people don't like it's like what do you call it, affirmations,
right,
like stuff like that, like telling yourself, like you love yourself and all these things. It's deeper than just about yourself. Whatever you do, you kind of just need to like tell yourself, like, listen, I'm in this position because I've earned this position. Do you know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like, I'm doing these shows because I've earned the respect to do these shows. People have heard me and said, he's actually really good, even if I think I'm horrible. But at the end of the day, I'm good. Like sometimes when I lose, especially with this content creation side of things, when I lose like motivation, sometimes I look back at like my old comments and videos that did somewhat well. I'm like, people are actually rating my thing. Like, I'm actually hard, bro. Like I just need to keep going, and that's it. That's it. But and
keep being you as well, because there's especially now as well, you can see so many people in the lane that you want to be or the lane that you are. So it's super easy to like compare yourself to other people.
Yeah.
But that comparison isn't always a bad thing. Like I've tried now, like, and I think Simeon actually, so Harlequin actually put this into my head, like,
raw me.
Yeah.
Oh, say swear now. I want to hear what I put in my data. Cause wait, now let me hear. Sorry, let me sit up and hear my own.
So it's basically the idea of like, you basically told me when you're comparing yourself to mix and master engineers, you're not comparing yourself to Tom, Dick, and Harry beside you. You're comparing yourself to the highest level because that's where you're aiming to. If you're aiming this way, well, what's the point? Why are you doing it?
You're only gonna go as far as the.
And that put it in my head. I was like, raw. You know, like, why am I trying to compete with next man beside me? Yeah, I'm trying to compete with Drake and Kendrick. Realistically, you know, like that's what you should be doing. Especially in the competitive art of rap, you know what I mean?
Yeah, anything.
Like, why are you trying to be,
bro? Like, literally, anything you do, like, because from when I was younger, I went to prep school, I went to boarding school. The only time I ever went to public school was when I came to this country. And when I was even like to my high school, I went to in Jamaica, bro, I got a scholarship. Wait,
sorry, what's prep school for the Scottish?
So prep school is paid primary school. Right. Like, I've only, my mother only ever paid for my education. Right. And like boarding school paid for. High school, I got in on a scholarship. Like, so I like, and I've always, from young, it's always been instilled in me to aim for the highest. And like, one of the things we used to say is the heights of great men reach and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they while their companions slept.
I kind of he was rapping that part out.
Reload that. The heights of great men reach and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they while their companions slept were toiling upwards through the night. Jeez. So for me, I've never ever, like, anything I do, I never think someone can outwork. Like, even if you're better than me, you're not gonna outwork me in it. Like, you're never gonna outwork me. I don't care, bro. Like, okay, be better than me. Come check me in 3 months. Oh, I'm on your level. Come check me in 6 months. Raw, I'm better than you now. Oh, that's long. Like, I don't.
It was most of that was just learning how to, understanding what everything does and mixing. But in terms of like helping me creatively, it didn't really do any of that. It just kind of helped me hone my skills and be like, right, I have a purpose for putting this EQ on, this compressor on, whatever. But I think what motivates me to do better is because I've done so much so far by myself. Like, it's like, why would I stop now? Exactly. Do you know what I'm saying? So, and also just kind of like, that sense of pride, also just looking around and seeing what's going on in terms of what the culture is bringing just now. I don't think I fit the description, and I want to stand out in my own way. Like, I've had people even say to me, "Oh, this sounds like one of your beats tonight. This sounds like one of your things, like you would do. Like, this is kind of your style," and like that's what I want. I want people to recognize me distinctly because of
the sonic thumb.
I want my sonic fingerprint there. Like, people know that that's a Sinathi tune. That's something that Sinathi would produce. That's like Sinathi's songs like this. Like, I want people to be able to listen to my songs in like 10 years time and be like, yo, this guy was spitting. Like, one of my boys actually messaged me, and like, I haven't listened to, like, once I release something, I don't really like listening to it back. But sometimes some songs I'm like, I was kind of kicking there, but other songs I'm just like, let the people have that one. If they enjoy it, they enjoy it. And they were in Portugal. Long story, but they were in Portugal and I wasn't there with them. And
that's boys trip. I was wondering. The man them left you.
You have to do that.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's alright. Sorry. But no, they had a good
Guys,
time.
I have ADHD.
Violate.
Let me get that disclaimer right now. I have ADHD now. I'm sorry.
It's okay, bro. It's okay. No, they had a great time. But he sent me a video of them like listening to like my Volume 1 mixtape, and I was like, I haven't even listened to that. Like,
I've heard that.
I have not listened to that in a time.
You got 2 solid hits on that out of 4 tracks.
Which ones?
No, I'm not gonna tell you.
Because there's 2 songs that I like. Thing is, there's 2 songs that I really like that are my favorites, but they're not the favorite. The public's Well, everyone else's opinions differ from mine.
Yeah, 100%.
But I think I fell in love with the making of the tracks, so that's why they are I love them more than everyone else does.
Yeah.
But everyone sometimes be like, "Oh, I like Back to Sender is so good," or they'll be like, "The one where you sampled Rebecca." I think that's one of the ones you're talking about.
No.
It's not.
Nah.
That's fair enough.
The one that you sampled Rebecca, the reason I listened to that more intently was because when I first found Rebecca Mannix is a good friend of his.
She's
crazy
insane.
singer.
She's insane.
You
man.
man don't understand.
Rebecca Manny. Shout out Rebecca Manny. Shout out Rebecca Manny.
Manny, we're gonna get you here, but these people don't understand. Like,
she can sing.
Listen to me. There's a song. I will expose it. I don't even care. There's a song that me, Jeremy, and Manny are working on. Yeah.
I'm disappointed that you did not invite me to this session.
No.
Nah.
You're gonna be there. You're gonna be there. I promise you. No. Trust me.
I said I'm gonna be there. It's already happened. This guy's.
The magic is gone.
Listen. Wait. Let me preface. It hasn't happened. Jeremy has come in and dropped some lyrics because me and Jeremy are doing some stuff, working together.
Mm-hmm.
So Jeremy came in, was writing some lyrics. Me and him was top lining and stuff. Then Manny came in for a separate session. I was like, "Oh Manny, this is something Jeremy's working." And I'm like, "Yo, Manny, drop some things on it." I was like, "Actually, Manny, you might as well come do the duet thing." So that is how I've gotten.
Guys, you don't understand. See that collaboration right there?
I don't think.
No, people don't understand that collaboration right there is a dangerous
since I've
collab.
come to Scotland and I've heard Jeremy and I've heard Rebecca.
Oh man,
I'm putting it together now, so I'm glad. I'm gassed. I am
bro,
gassed.
I'm gassed for the people. I don't think you understand. Like those are the two people that I've enjoyed.
People don't even understand, bro.
I've enjoyed working with them to
I don't
separately.
think you understand, like how Manny conceptualized vocals, and like how she layers stuff, and then how Jeremy bro. How
they're insane, man.
But yeah. Even live, when
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Like,
I've said too much anyway, but
back to me in it.
Yeah. I've said too much in it,
but yeah. Yeah.
No, so when I first heard Manny, that's it. It was a video on her IG. That was at Studio One. When I was like, yo, she's cold.
Yeah, no, she's.
I'm like, what's she got?
I done that video.
And then obviously I saw the joint. I was like, okay, let me hear it. I was like, nah, she really is like that. And that's how I found you and I was listening to your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, no. That really isn't even one of my favorite like that, I promise you.
Fairs, because that's a lot of people's favorite. But I also think that's because of the beat.
Yeah, but also, and also people haven't really heard. People, I think Manny as well is one of them undiscovered gems that
she needs to be discovered ASAP. But
trust me, she's discovered. Trust me, there's people in Scotland I'm gatekeeping for a minute because it's better to gatekeep and develop and then be like, boom.
Yeah, no, I hear it. But
discovered by the right people at least.
Yeah, Manny's one of those ones. Like I'm like, nah, let's keep her. Like
the real ones, you know.
Yeah, let's keep her until she like.
Till it's time.
Yeah, because Manny's lit, man.
No, she's good. But yeah, I think that's most of my motivation. Also, like people like her and Jeremy, like seeing the way like they conceptualize songs, especially when it comes to my writing. Like Jeremy writes, and I'm listening to his lyrics, and I'm like, wow. And I remember when he told me this. Yeah, I might be revealing too much in Jeremy's secrets, but he told me that he doesn't write based on his own experience. He just writes like he makes it up in his head.
He doesn't.
And I'm just like, I write from my own experience. A lot of my songs are very like, I've been through this and this is what I'm talking about. So I was like, how do you even like? You must watch a lot of TV or something, because how do you think about stuff like that and then write it so beautifully? Like you make it sound like see that song like something for eternity. One of Jeremy's songs. I forgot the name of it, but
we'll check it out.
I'll get the name of it. I'll get the name of it before I end the show. But he like the way he writes in that song. I'm just like, wow, like who hurt you, bro? Yeah, but nobody did.
Like, nah,
so I'm just how he writes. So yeah, like people like that, they motivate me to keep my artistry strong, because these are the people that I'm coming up with, and in a couple years time, I don't want to be the one that's been left behind. Do you get me? And it's not even just other musicians. It's like my boy 7PG Prince. Like he's taking off. Like he's doing his thing, bro. Like, and I remember like when we first met, he was kind of doing, obviously we were still in uni, and he wasn't really too sure about doing the whole photography thing because, you know, like it's uncertain money, and he was doing cybersecurity. Now he's like full-time doing it. He's talking about, I want to move to LA, I want to do this, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, bro, so am I just going to be in Glasgow my ones? Like, what are we doing? So it's one of them ones where it's like, you know, your surroundings, you need to be some people that inspire you to keep getting better. Like, if your boys are releasing music and you're a musician and you're not releasing any music, what are you doing? Are you at least making the music in the background and then releasing it later? What are you doing to keep up? Because you don't want to be the one that's like, oh, bro, like I've got this opportunity, but you know, I'm gonna have to dip. Where are you gonna be left? Do you get me? You want to be left behind. So, I think that's one thing.
You want to be ready as well for like to meet your peers where they're at. So, for example, Prince can have an opportunity. Like now, he's moved up to LA. Like, cool, he's doing things. Yo, do you know any artists back in Scotland? That I got my boy Sinathi. Yo, Sinathi, I got this sick opportunity in LA. Flyer. Oh, you know what? I've not even made new music for the last 2 years.
Do you get what I'm saying?
You know what? Like,
you
know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't want to be
so
that.
it's like it hurts you, but also hurts him because he's like, bro, I was trying to put you on.
Yeah, and it's also like,
I don't want to put anyone else on. I want to put you
on.
Them
lot are like, they're putting their name on the line. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's also just like, you know, you want
to catch them where they're at. Like, even if you're not releasing, but be like, yo, Prince, that's sick. I've not released anything, but I've been making a catalogue for the past 2 months, and there's some unreleased that you can use for this. You know what I mean? So it's like you're saying, it's not always about releasing. Like a lot of people equate releasing music to being productive.
Yeah,
it's not the case.
It's actually harder to not release, I think. Whereas like, obviously releasing takes a lot on like, you know, marketing and stuff, but to actually have a vault of songs, I've realized right now is harder because you have to be creating every single day. Like, you have to be, not every single day, but you have to be creating and having something like that you can. It's like saving money, bro. You're spending more than you have. If you're just releasing every time you make a song, you release it. You make a song, you release it. You make a song, you release it. That's what I used to do, and I've realized, bro, you can't be, every single song you make is not going to be a banger. Put some of them in the vault. Those could be ideas for later on. They could, you know, you could return on your investment. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones where it's actually a lot. If an artist is gone for a while, hopefully they
watch out.
Watch out. Hopefully they're working.
For a while, watch out.
If an artist, you know, works hard and they've not released anything in a while, bro, they're cooking something. Do you get what I'm saying? So
that's actually a good analogy, like the saving money, because your catalog is your
money,
your net worth, basically. That's where your money lies.
Let me shut up.
You're gonna get messy.
Sorry.
It's the ADHD kicking in again.
Blame it on my ADHD.
Oh, that one was about to jump out mad. Hey, I just told myself, I'm sorry, it's a family show.
Yeah, no, this guy.
And it's tough as well, because like going back to what we're talking about, like catalog, because a lot of the time you're sitting on heat, bro. And you're like, I want to put this up so bad, bro. I've got like maybe, so right now I'm dropping an EP, but I've got 2 more EPs lined up. Well, one EP and probably like an album. Right, lined up, still kind of piecing what's the best of the best type thing, because I'm not trying to put out, this is a good track, here you go. Nah, it needs to be the best of the best at that time. But like you're saying, whatever you have right now, in a year time, you have more heat.
Yeah.
And now you're sitting on more heat. So so it is harder not to release, because you're like, bro, I just want to give them 5 albums this year.
Especially when everyone's like, when are you dropping music? When are you dropping music? You're like, guys, wait. Do you get what I'm saying?
Bring the old stuff, bro.
Huh?
Yeah.
Bring the old stuff up. Put money in my pocket. We got the new stuff coming through.
Yeah. Stream the old stuff first, and then,
because that's still new to a lot of people. So
exactly, facts.
Like, you've heard the unreleased stuff I have on my computer that I've mixed,
bro.
And
there's this one artist. What's his name again? Logan, is it?
Oh, Logan. Yeah.
Oh,
Logan's
my gosh.
he is
He
crazy.
was showing me this. And I was like so jealous. I'm not gonna lie
Logan's
to you.
is crazy, bro.
She is insane. When it comes to R&B, I said, wow. So I'm not doing it right.
Crazy. Like
No, but
my unreleased like stuff. It's got to a point where I've started threatening people like, bro, I'll release yourself. I don't care.
bro,
I'll leak. Yo, if you see it leaked,
Yeah, I don't care. What are you gonna
come
do?
to my door.
Ooh, okay, I'm helping you make
people
money.
have heard it now already, so
Yeah, I don't give a damn.
might as well just drop it.
Yeah, like I don't care. But like now, like Sinathi's heard some of the unreleased stuff, bro. Like, and I'm talking unreleased stuff from like 2-3 years ago, bro. Like, and to this day, if they drop today, they'll kill. Like, actually kill, bro. Like, I have stuff that's unreleased from 5 years ago. I'm like, bro, if you man drop this today, it will cause a problem. You know what I'm saying? So,
but that's the best place to be in.
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
Because obviously, like,
But not a lot of people can make stuff that can survive a 5-year shelf life.
it's true. It's true.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I prefer when I'm producing and working in terms of production, even as you've seen it, like how my brain works as a producer is completely different to how my brain works as an engineer.
Yeah.
Like you've seen it, like as an engineer, I'm very much like I already know what the soundscape needs to be. As a producer, I'm very much like, oh, let's experiment and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm like, let's experiment with a direction.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yes.
like, okay, this is the artist. Let's work for this artist. Let's listen to the kind of stuff they make and let's see what we can. You know what I'm saying? So that's my producer brain. Like, this is the artist. We're making something specific for that. I don't beat packs.
Dead.
Not for me. Not for me because every artist is different. Every artist is unique, and also producers are different and producers are unique. And music itself is unique. That's the biggest thing about music. That drew me to music, and it's the uniqueness of music. So just celebrate everyone's unique. It's like, oh, let's work to this direction. Sinathi, you cold at drums, do your drum thing. Oh, T, you crazy with keys. You know what I'm saying? Like I like making everyone work at their strongest, and even stuff they're not strongest. So, all right, let's put this and this together and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? And see, like you saw when we was doing it with Jeremy, bro. I was like, oh, yo, strings with the 808, crazy. And
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
what the? I'm like, bro. That's how my brain as a my producer brain works completely different to my engineer brain. So it's like, I was saying this to Ryan, that's Savages, man. I always think 5 years ahead. Like, can this survive 5 years? If this can't survive 5 years, bin it.
Throw away.
And bin it, not in the sense of, oh, throw it away, bin it as in,
Just learn from it.
take this, put it in a vault, and then come back to it. That's what I mean by bin it. Like, I don't think there's any. I genuinely don't think that there's trash music out. That there's such a thing as trash music. I think every music has its place. You know what I'm saying? Listen, there's things that you may not like. There's things that I may not like. There's things that I may not rock with. But there's people who rock with it. So it's not trash music.
It's not trash music.
It's
but
just not for me.
sometimes it's for you, but you can understand this is an early stage. Like I've heard artists where I'm like, I don't like the song.
You still need to grow. Yeah, of course you cannot like.
I don't like the song, and I don't think it. I objectively don't think it's good, but the purpose it holds for this artist means growth.
Yeah,
this artist is gonna come back to it in a year's time and be like, "Yo, that was trash.
No, but it's
let
good
me
then.
make better." You know?
No, but the song is good because the song serves its purpose. That's why I said there's no such thing as trash music.
I guess it's a bit of a.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's
psychology.
If something has a purpose to serve, it's not useless. Trash
It's not useless.
No, but for me, trash is useless. That's why I don't think that there's anything as
what if
trash.
it can be recycled?
Yes.
Huh?
It can be recycled.
Yeah, but then it's not useless.
Fairs.
Yeah, but it's not useless. Trash is something that's useless. You know what I'm saying? That's why for me, I don't think that there's any trash music. That's why when I say bin stuff, it's like, all right, let's put a hold on this. Leave it in the vault for a bit. Don't delete, bro. If you come on my computer, I promise you, like you'll see ideas I've started and I've just left it there. Like, there's ideas I've started and I've sent it to another one of my producers and be like, yo, do your thing with that. Like, it's just because I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always good to have ideas, but like, yeah, man, like, vibes, man. Like 5 years. That should be the aim for when you create music. 5 years. If it can survive a 5-year shelf life, it's gonna be a hit because the new sounds always change every 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
every 5 years.
Yeah.
But obviously, when we get back in our session, bro, we're gonna.
We need to get back into our bag. Yeah, bro.
Yay.
Yeah.
Don't look at me like that, bro. You say you got an album and project coming up, and man's name's not even being thought about for mixing. Don't look at me, bro.
Ooh.
Yeah,
bro.
On the radio, I'm airing you out.
Well, he's still, you know, piecing it together. So
Save me.
He's still piecing it together, so maybe you need to piece you in there.
Yeah. There's a little jigsaw.
Bro, he was struggling, bro. He was looking at Bro, he was struggling, bro. I had to help him out.
So Daddy gave you a life, but he's like, save me.
Nah, but for real, sometimes it is just actually piecing that in, because I've only known you.
Oh no, I'm playing, bro. You ain't got to.
No. But this is part of what we're talking about. Like, this music's been made like 3 years ago. You know what I mean? So at the time, it's like, okay, this has been set.
Yeah, of
bro.
course.
This has been sent to this guy. This has been sent to this guy to mix. Nah, that. You know what I mean? So right now, for me, like, even though you're making so much music, I always feel like it's still important to focus your attention on what you're currently working on.
100%.
So right now, like, I've got all the so the next EP that's coming up, everything's recorded, everything's mixed, right? But now the whole release strategies worked out. So I'm like, okay, cool, I can chill on that.
Yeah.
Now I'm working on the next project, just recording it. Just go and recording it. I'm not thinking about anything else. Not mix it, not the next project.
Oh, right.
You know what I
You're
mean?
thinking about each individual stage.
Each individual track, man. Making that track the best track it can get. Because, bro, what's the point? Like I'm saying, bro, like once you have done it for a certain amount of time, long enough, you're like, bro, like, what is the actual point? If I'm not doing this for myself, and one for the quality legacy that you're gonna leave, because I don't want to put out music and people look back and be like, yeah, he was sick, but this one was a bit like, of course there's gonna be people like that.
Of course, people are gonna think everything, you're gonna have misses. That's
But more so, you don't want to look back and be like, oh damn, I could have done better on that, because you can do better on it. Just don't put it out if it's not good.
Don't
you know what I mean?
You're giving 100 at that point, bro. It's not worth it.
Especially for Scotland, man, because, bro, Scotland, we are our biggest enemy. Huh?
Help me.
We are our biggest enemy because we allow too much mediocrity. And I'm gonna say it, bro.
Someone had to say it though.
We allow it too much. Like, someone puts out music which isn't that great, and we hype it up to high heavens.
Someone say it.
We push them onto stages when they're not ready. Sometimes they improve. Sometimes they sing. Sometimes it's the same.
You're not.
Sometimes,
bro, you're not wrong.
Hold me accountable as well, bro. If I'm putting out mediocre stuff and you're saying, yo, Pac, I know you can do better. I've heard you do better. Tell me, bro.
Yeah.
Because bro, you're not my friend if you're not telling me.
No, facts though.
Hey, I like this Pac, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, because this is. Hey, I'm with it. Hey,
do you know how many people have had this conversation?
We've been in the studio, bro. We've been in the studio, right? And I was feeling myself on the song, right? The concept was
the concept was hard.
sick.
Yeah,
you know
the concept hard. Yeah, 100%.
But I just couldn't get it out, fam. It was just
I
couldn't tap into what I needed for that song to really hit the weight, you know. And he noticed it, and this was new to our relationship to each other. So he could have been like, "Yeah, sick, man. It's hard. It's hard."
No.
You know, just
but you need to be honest.
blow smoke up. You know what I mean?
You know,
I've done it with people in sessions.
But this is a
like,
new person. But this is what I'm saying.
But you know, bro, like, it doesn't matter to me who is in the studio. The second you come in and you say, "Oh, Sim, we're working together," bet I am going to work with you how I know how to work with you.
But this is what I'm saying. So this is the problem. I could have took that to another producer, another engineer,
and they would have gassed up the thing.
I would have been gassed.
Yeah, not me, bro.
I would have came out there like, I got hit on my hand.
Yeah.
Me,
Until a few months later, when I'm like,
this
this
ain't
really ain't it. You know what I mean? But now I'm paying for this.
Wait a minute.
I already spent the bread, and I'm like, nah,
and that's why I've not really. Like since that
no, you told me like
since that session I'm like, bro, like my process anyway, and I don't know if this is the same with you, but when I make new music, right, brand new music, I've just written it. I like to go to the studio myself, by myself, record it, maybe 50 times, get it, go home, listen to what needs are. That note was off. This bar's not really fitting there. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's difficult when so that track, I just wrote it that day.
Yeah, no, you told me.
I went to the studio, tried it out. Bro, we would then take after take.
Yeah.
And it was that way where it was just like, we both knew like, nah, tonight's not the night, you know?
The thing with me is like, you've seen this, bro. I'm such a patient engineer.
Yeah.
Like, I will tell you straight up, look, that's not, and I will help you. So like, for example, right? Viv's got a song called Highs and Low. On that song, if we really talk about my work on that song, I was vocal producer, I was executive producer alongside with Viv. I was producer because I'm like, this shouldn't work, this shouldn't be here. I was also the mixing engineer, the recording engineer. You know what I'm saying? That was my role on the song, because when she came to me with Highs and Low, she played me the song. I was like, this is fire. But I was like, this sounds Disney. And Viv's like, I'm like, it sounds like something. I played the Cheetah Girls. I'm like, this is what it sounds like it belongs to. And she's like, that's not what I'm like. I know that's not what you want, but the song itself has great potential. Boom. Played some. Listen to some.
I think you played me this one actually.
Listen to some flow.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, flow's fire. I'm like, okay, this is kind of vibes are going on. Like, I think even on her, she's got a behind the scenes out on YouTube. If you check it out, you will hear her in the behind the scenes saying how I'm cutting stuff out of the song. I'm like, because this doesn't make the song what it wants to be. Now, I remember when we finished Highs and Low and I played it to her and she's like, and I saw the look on her face. I'm like,
trust the vision.
I'm like, I'm good at my
I'm him.
I
am him.
Look at that board. I am that guy.
But it takes a while. Like, even what you were saying, like, it takes time to build and develop that trust. You know what I'm saying? Like, and from you being in the studio and conversations with her, you're like, okay, you can value that I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You've been in studio and you've seen me work, you can be like, nah, Sim knows this shit. You know what I'm saying? But if someone doesn't see or understand that, when I'm saying some of the things I'm saying, especially like you're saying, Scotland allows mediocrity to just run. If that's what they've experienced, and then I'm challenging that. It's like, but if I go down the road to this person, I can just do it.
And they'll just gas you up.
They'll just gas you up. While this person here, they're challenging me, and like, it's not just and how I look at it is, I don't take it personal, because I don't think it's just the individual. I think it's when you're in a society that allows certain things, whenever there's someone comes in to challenge it. Even I'm like that when I'm playing basketball. I'm like, but this is how I've always played. And my coach is like, but you need to do this. It takes a lot. Like, I have to be aware enough to be like, my coach isn't telling me something wrong. You know what I'm saying? They want me to get better. So I can either be egotistic and be like, but this is how I've always done it. Or I could run away and be like, if I go to this person, they're gonna affirm my BS. Or I can be like, you know what, raw, let me try this. You know what I'm saying? And if I try and I'm like, raw, this is actually it. So it's like, okay, cool. Then you start to like break the habits that you know in it. And I think,
do you know one thing that I think, we'll let the siren pass, but one thing I think people, especially people in Scotland, need to learn how to take is criticism. Like, obviously, and there's people that do hate, but having genuine people around you that can tell you, like, I've had songs where I've recorded it in the house. I'm sitting, I'm like, can't lie, this one bangs. I've sent it to a couple of my boys, a couple of good close friends, and I'm like, there's people whose opinions I really value, and there's other people that I know they'll just tell me it sounds good, but they won't give me any constructive criticism. But I'm just like, depending on how they text me back, I can gauge whether they're feeling it or not. But I remember sending this one song to one of my boys. I just recorded it and I said, I can't lie, this is kind of hard. I sent it to him. It's a bit different. It's kind of hard. I like it. He sent me back and he gave me like descriptions of what he didn't like. And in that moment, I could have been like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's not even a musician. Do you get what I'm saying? He doesn't understand music the way I understand music. But it's, at the same time, these are the people that are listening to the song.
Listen to yours.
Yo, these are the ones that are going to be listening to my song. So like, at the end of the day, that stream, whether I like it or not, I have to go back. I have to go back to the drawing board and think, right, so this is what he said. This is what other people are saying. What am I doing wrong? What can I do better? And it's one of those things where it hurts your egos. I'll be very honest, bro. Sometimes I'm thinking, oh, I'm the shit, and then I'm the guy. And then when I get it back, when I get the feedback, I'm sitting there like, I'm not that guy. Yeah, like, and it hurts. But it's one of those things that you need it if you want to grow.
Yeah. But it's so difficult though. Like, definitely what you guys are saying, like, you need to be able to kill your ego at any given moment, or you will be killed by your ego. Meaning, like, the analogy you gave with the basketball coach, like, at any given moment, like, if you're trying to be great, you need to be able to take that criticism and understand, like, bro, this isn't personal.
It's not.
This is like a growth opportunity. That's the way you need to look at it.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, it's difficult as well, because sometimes like you need to also trust the vision of what you're doing. So a story that I always go back on is Andre 3000 when he made Hey Ya, right? Before there, bro, he came from the south. He was making trap, like proper trap music, you know what I mean? Rap, like he was doing his thing, he was in his bag. When he made Hey Ya, bro, pop tune, he was wearing wigs, so you know what I mean?
He wasn't with it.
Bro, his camp, his team were like, bro, this is gonna end your career. This is gonna kill you, you know? You'll never make music after this if you drop this. Bro, that's his biggest song, probably. Like,
Hey, yeah, it's crazy.
Probably, like, commercially, that's his biggest song.
Easily.
Anyone you
could live off of that song, to be honest.
Bro, you can walk out the street right now.
That song gets played to this day.
Bro, that song is
You can walk out to the street
timeless.
right now in Scotland, right? Start singing that song. No, bro, just anyone out the street, they'll be like, yeah, I know that song.
If you walk down any in town on on a Saturday night, bro, you hear that one in at least 4 or 5 different spots.
Ask anyone, 9 out of 10 people will know that song. So it's that way that, like, yeah, like we're saying, like, you need to be able to kill your ego. And there was probably at a certain point when his camp said that to him, and he sat and thought about it. Oh, cool, maybe it's not strong enough. I've got the idea there, and they're not feeling it. Cool, they don't need to feel it, but maybe it's not strong enough for them to actually be able to, like, appreciate it. You know what I mean? So that's the kind of duality where you need to be like, alright, sometimes, well, always take criticism, but trust your vision, man. Like, trusting your vision is gonna
100%. It kind of, it's almost contradicting what we were saying at the beginning about being, you know, like, gassing yourself up to be like, yeah, I'm that guy, to being like, take criticism, be humble. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, it's finding
both things can be.
That's what I'm saying. It's finding the balance between, like, listen, I know I'm good, but listen, at the same time, I can still improve. Do you know what I mean? It's knowing that you can still improve, which I feel like a lot of people, especially in the Scottish scene, struggle to deal with. Is like, if you tell them that hey, maybe you should try doing this, or you're a hater. Now you
or not even now you're a hater. Sometimes, like, people don't value your opinion because you're in the same boat as them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, why is this guy telling me blah 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 when we're in the same studios, like, doing the same thing, we're doing the same shows, so why is this man telling me that this, you know what I mean? That's the ego death. That's your ego is killing you. It's killing you slowly. You don't even realize it, because, bro, like, if I give you advice where I'm coming from, like, yo, Sinathi, I heard that track, beautiful. One thing, right? I didn't really feel that. Maybe just switch that. You can take it, you can leave it.
Yeah, bro. It's completely optional.
It's not by hostage. It's actually not by hostage. But for me, it's like, the way you take that advice shapes how I give you advice in the future.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna waste my energy trying to
help,
trying to convince someone like yo, try this again, and you're not taking it. Cool.
I'm fighting a losing battle.
I'll take my advice to the next person. You know what I mean?
And that's not to say that everyone's criticism you need to take to heart, but like, if it's something that you hear, or maybe you should try doing this, and you hear it constantly, maybe you should try doing it.
Just try.
Yeah, maybe.
Like,
yeah.
There's no harm in trying at the end of the day,
bro.
And if it doesn't work, go back to what you were doing.
To your thing, innit?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? But
you're gonna say something.
but I was just gonna summarize what we were saying.
I was gonna piggyback off something he said, which I think is gonna be mad contradictory, but this is how you have to take it. You know, when you say it's not personal, it is personal.
Yeah.
And the reason why it's personal because this is personal on two aspects. I'm taking time out of my day to tell you something, so that's personal to me, but it's also personal to you because I'm telling you something about you now. The difference is when you receive it, it is personal because realistically, if you're trying to be better, hearing someone tell you how to be better, it should fuel you to be better. You know what I'm saying? It should, for me anyway, like if I'm doing something wrong, like if I'm playing like and I play bad defense and my friends like, bro, what you doing, bro? Like pick it up. Like I take it personal because I'm like, nah, bro, they're right. Why am I'm playing like a bum right now? You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to, so for example, right, the last 2 months, mixing has been an interesting phase for me, in the sense of, I know when I mix something, I know when I get good sounds, I know when I get bad sounds. Like there's certain parts of mixing that is just second nature to me. Recently, a lot of my mixes haven't been sounding as wide as my other mixes. Now, I'll send it off to mastering, and my mastering engineer makes it do what he does. It's tough. It's not a bad, like the mixes aren't bad. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm doing, like the mixing quality is still of the same standard. For me, the openness isn't as open as I like it to be. You know what I'm saying? So I have had to go into my whole mixing template and start to break it down. Like what's making it, like I'm just breaking it apart, bro. Like I still have the same template as this sounds good, this word, this, like stuff that I know like works, like I'm just breaking it out. The foundation ain't changed. I'm just adding to the foundation to make it better. You know what I'm saying?
The house.
Yeah, because for me, I take it personal. It's like, bro, like I need my mixes to sound a certain way. So I'm taking it personal, but then I'm also taking it personal in the sense like it's not a bad way I'm taking it personal. It's like, bro, I want to be better. So let me start making the changes that need to be made, changing. So that's, for me, like, always take everything personal. It's just don't react to it personally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, if you don't react to it personally, what you can do is then you use it as a fuel in it. Because, like, healthy fuel, like, if you see yourself as a certain standard and everyone else tells you you're not at that standard, use that as fuel to get to the standard you see yourself. So take it personally.
Fuel.
Just don't react personally. Because when you react personally, it's like, you soft.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you soft. But if you, like, take it personally and be like, cool, bet. Like, take the advice. Like, for me, like, when I teach people mixing, I tell them, look, what I'm showing you about mixing is what I know about mixing. Take what makes sense, throw away what don't make sense. If you want to take how I exactly mix, come speak to me and I'll sit with you and I'll break down why I'm using everything and why I'm doing it, how I'm doing it. I'll give you a full in-depth as to why I've chosen what I've chosen. But when I'm teaching mixing to people and I'm doing workshops and masterclasses, take what makes sense, throw away what doesn't. Because there's some stuff I may do mixing that you may take and be like, oh, I can add this to my way.
Still art, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's some stuff that you're like, oh, I do this, but this is a different way I could do this. There's some stuff people are like, bro, this don't make no sense.
Yeah.
Fine, that's your way. You know what I'm saying? Like, take what makes sense and throw it. But that's how I look at when people give me criticism. I take it personally, but I'll never react personally because I'm like, if I react personally, it looks bad. But when I take it personal, what I do is then I can sit and reflect. And I can reflect like, this is really messed up. I'll reflect in the sense of, one, in terms of like music and stuff, is like, if the roles were flipped, for example, like, I wouldn't take advice from someone who's not in a better position than I am in terms of what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if the roles were flipped, would I take that same advice? You know what I'm saying? Or like, if
you were given advice,
if I was them and they were me, would I take that advice? You know what I'm saying? Knowing what I know about them, knowing what I know about me, would I take that? You know what I'm saying? It's like, for example, like let's say someone who's just started mixing was telling me about mixing.
Yeah.
It's very much a pinch of salt I'm taking it with. I promise you, because the reason why I'm taking it with very much a pinch of salt is this: I'm not gonna disprove or disregard anything you've said, because that is what you know. But I also know what I know about mixing, and I also know that my experience of mixing is more than the time that I've actually been mixing, because the people who I'm learning from and I've learned from have 20 plus years of experience. So I'm taking all of their experience into consideration, and I'm taking. Okay, maybe your mixing experience is more than a year. Maybe you've learned from other people who've been, but it's like, then I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine. But then I'm like, I've been in these rooms with these people. Have you been in these rooms? I don't know. So then, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm not disregarding it completely.
It's a weird one because
I'm not disregarding it completely. I'm just, I take everything with a pinch of salt. Like, I'll be someone that will go home and I'll try what they say. I'm like, oh, raw, this actually is nice. I'll be like, yo, that idea, fire.
Yeah,
that's the part that
I'm
so
saying?
that's the
me.
difference. That's
me. Like, I'll go and be like, raw, let me actually try this. Like,
it's
fair enough, yo. This thing kind of
yeah.
It's really difficult because like within art, there's things that are objective and there's things that are subjective.
Yeah.
So if me with my mixing engineer, which is like I know how to mix, but not in any level that I'll put it out and ruin my career, you know what I mean? But if
it's crazy.
ruin my career is crazy. Bro, I've tried it. I've took the song down, but you know what I mean? But if I come to you, right, with much more experience, you have much more experience than I, and I tell you, yo, those vocals are too low.
Oh, I'll turn it up.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would. Do you know why?
But that doesn't require much mixing engineering. That's just like, yo,
that's because you're listening. That if you think it's low, that's fine.
Objectively, I've went to my house. I've listened to it,
and it sounds low.
And it sounds low to me. You know what I mean?
But you backed it up by be like, look, I went home, listened to it, and it sounds low. Because if you say the vocals too low, I'm gonna be like, they sound fine. Why do you think they're low?
Yeah.
And if you say, oh, I went home on my speaker, I'm like, alright, cool, bet. I'll turn it up a bit more.
Yeah.
Genuinely, because I'm like, if it's supposed to translate across all systems, and you're telling me it's low, that means it's not doing what it's supposed to do. So I'll turn it up.
So something like that is quite objective, right?
Yeah.
Cool. But then I could say, yo, this needs a lot more reverb. And you know, if I crank this reverb, it's gonna start messing with things. You know what I mean?
I've been in that situation.
So that's subjective where like, yeah, I might need to humble myself and be like, nah, this guy knows what he's talking about. Because maybe I want mad reverb to sound mad spacey, but not understanding what that's gonna do to the other sounds and how.
But that's what it is. That's a lack of understanding. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what it is. Because I've been in a situation where I've done a mix with my friend Meru Nisa. I'm shouting you out on this one. Shout out to Meru. We've done a dope project here. During the mixing process, Meru wanted more reverb. And I was like, Meru, you get more reverb on this. It's gonna be. She's like, nah, I want more reverb. I'm like, Meru, I'm telling you, it ain't it. She's like, nah. I'm like, I bet. Me and Meru's a very close friend of mine. I can call her, pick up, we chat for hours. Yeah. Boom. I said, bet, Meru. Watch what's gonna happen. Sent it to her. She's like, oh yeah. We went in the studio, sit down. She's like, actually, you know what? You was right about the reverb thing. I was like, really, Meru Nisa? Was I? Yeah. Crazy. Unbelievable.
I've seen this guy get paid, and it's you don't want to be on the receiving end of that.
Yeah.
You know what?
Like, really, Meru? Sit down. Crazy. But obviously, because you're my brethren, like, I'm gonna do that. But then obviously, like, if like different clients where it's like different, I know the relationship with who I'm working with, innit? So like with that, I will always preface if someone like wants certain effects more, I will tell them the ramifications of like there's the reason why I don't think this would work is because of X, Y, and Z, but we can try it. That's the most important thing I learned as an engineer. Try something, because the vision I'm seeing and the vision the artist seeing we may not collide at the same point. But if I try what they want, I can get closer to seeing what they're trying to look at. You know what I'm saying? Because then by me doing that, it doesn't kill me. I make a Logic. You make a new project template. You make a new alternative. Turn it up. Send it to them. They're like, that's a bit too much. All right, cool. We can go back to the original one. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it take, bro. That's a 2-second thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So for me, like stuff like there's certain things, especially like that, where it's nothing off my back to try it. You know what I'm saying?
It's a learning process.
It's nothing off my back because it's like, one, what it does for the artist is they feel heard. They feel like, okay, this engineer really is listening to me. Then me on the other hand, it's like, I've tried it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? But even if it's like, this is kind of close, I'm like, okay, cool. I kind of see what they're trying to do. But I'm like, okay, cool. With my experience, okay, they want this. I know that I'm going to have to put something underneath it to control this a bit more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just trying to meet them in that middle ground. So like stuff like that, like.
And sometimes artists don't really, like I've seen.
They don't know the right words sometimes.
That's what I'm saying. The terminology of what they
don't
want.
know the right words.
Like, yo, can you make the voice a bit more like? You're like,
you're like.
Yeah. So it's like a bit right now, but make it more. You're
you
like,
see,
bro, what are you talking? Yeah. So just make it more like I'm in space, but at the same time I'm in your face. You're like, brother, like what are you trying to tell?
For
like,
me, all I hear is you need your vocals super clear and crisp. That's what I got from that. You need your vocals
but
super
spacey
clear
as well. So
but that's
so
what I'm saying. Super clear and crisp, like super like you need
sometimes
to feel
it's
like
terminology, but that's what I'm saying. Like always make sure, and that's why I mentioned my little mixing experience. It's not to be a mixing master engineer, but for me, it's always important to, like, in my career, I need to sit at every table and at least know what people are talking
what the hell's happening.
Yeah.
100%.
So if I'm sitting with you and we're mixing and mastering, right, and you're throwing terms and you're saying, the compression threshold needs to be 2 to 1 because it'll fit better with you. I understand what you're saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I can understand as well. Like, alright, cool, but try 2 to 2 because that will give this type of. You know what I mean? And then when I'm sitting with the graphic designer, I'm like, alright, cool. This needs to be like this. This needs to be. Then you're sitting with
able to speak different languages.
Speak
100%.
different languages.
That's
you know what I mean? Within music. That's
very
so
valuable skill.
So
100%.
Very valuable.
That's why I like what you're doing as well, because that's basically that's you in one package. In one package.
For real. Like
you do a lot of things.
I think it's helped me because I've been in sessions where I'm not the producer, and I'm just the artist, and it's a bit funny because I tend to produce more than I this year anyways, and like sitting in with sessions with my boys or like other producers, and I'm like, right, I'm just gonna be the artist, but at the same time I see what the producer's doing, I understand what he's trying to do, and I'm inputting my thing. I'm like, why don't you try this? Why don't you do that? And then when you can speak what is being done, you can bounce back ideas and things just start to flow. You get things done so much quicker. Like, I remember the first time I worked with there's a specific artist I worked with Pence, and he's one person that he knows what he wants way before the session even starts, bro. And like other artists do it as well, but he was the first person I worked with that just knew exactly what he was looking for when he came into the studio. Like, he'd be like, this is what I want, this is the kind of track I want, that's how I want my voice to sound. And that helped me also input. But it also helps me input my knowledge as an artist and a producer into this is what I think would sound really cool. This is what I think, because a lot of people, I feel like, well, I don't know, but a lot of people feel like they will just do whatever the artist requires of them. Sometimes the artist is wrong. The customer isn't always right. Sometimes, as we've just heard, that you've put too much reverb on this vocal. I've told you it's not gonna work, but you wanna try it? Okay, cool. I had an artist over at D Notes, and she was like, "Oh, I really want to do this. Can you make this louder? Can you do that?" And I had to explain to her. I was like, "Listen, if you want to hear it, I can do it for you, but this is why I didn't do it initially. This is why I didn't do it, because these are the ramifications." And I think it sounds clear like this. I also don't think you should do this because, and I'm also thinking as an artist, because I think that's one thing I have which benefits me, is she was stacking vocals and she wanted this vocal to mean like this vocal and to be all over the place. And I said, listen, if you now start putting this one up, it's gonna take away from the lead. You don't want that backing vocal to overpower the lead, because then what we listen to is too busy. And then they kind of like sit back and they're like, all right, okay, you know what? I didn't think about that. Do you know what I mean? It's always having that level of communication, I think, is like, and it's not, you don't need to know the ins and outs about mixing and mastering. You don't need to know what a bus means. You don't need to know what any of that means. But if you don't understand the fundamentals, like you have a direction of what you want, then I can help you get there. Do you get what I'm saying?
And it's trust as well. Like I'm saying, like if an artist is coming to you with at least basic understanding, you can be like, all right, cool. Like even if I try this, it's not just like they're not just trying to be difficult type thing. You know what I mean? Like they're coming with some understanding. All right, cool. They might be wrong. All right, cool, Pac. Yeah, you might be wrong on that, but I appreciate that you've come and you've at least done some research. You know what I mean? It's like doing an interview. It's like, if someone starts talking about some random stuff that doesn't make sense, the artist is gonna be like, yo, bro, this guy doesn't know. But if you come doing some research, even if you're wrong on the fact, it's like, all right, cool. They tried. You know what I mean? So let me correct them. So that's the same process you guys are talking about. Like,
I actually had a session. I didn't have the session, but I walked in on a session, and what I've noticed about, especially like white Scottish rappers, is like when they are rapping, they always emphasize the word that rhymes. Like I don't know if you've ever listened to like just like white Scottish rap. Like when they rap, every single time there's a word, the rhyme scheme, you know when that word that rhymes comes in, because they'll be like and I was saying it to this guy. Most. Now I'm not saying every single one, but like from what I've heard, I don't listen to a lot.
Majority of y'all got basic flows.
From what I've heard, from what I've heard, I don't listen to too much.
They don't like, hey, yo, that's under disclaimer. These views are only Harlequins and
we're putting in every video.
But just from what I've heard, like I even said to the guys, like, I don't listen to too much, but from what I've heard, this is what tends to be what, and it's obviously it's a culture thing. A lot of you guys, obviously, this is how you guys grew up. This is how you guys have learned to rhyme and stuff, which is completely fair. But this is one thing I've noticed. That's why you guys all sound the same. You guys have there's no differentiation. You put MC Tiny and you put MC whatever, I'm not gonna know who the difference is, because you guys all sound the same to me. Respectfully, no, I'm not trying to dig at you, but I was saying it.
That's not a shot, just to clarify, because
it's not.
There is actually an MC Tiny.
That's also not just limited to just rappers, white rappers. Like they're famous rappers that actually all have the same flow. So don't take it like if you take it personal. That's your business.
That's your own. I can't lie.
It's an artist thing, but when you look at it from the lens of Scottish rappers, well, Scotland, where there's not much of us anyway. Bro, if 4 people are doing the same flow, it's bait,
it's just like you don't want to be all the same. So I was saying to him, I was like, have you ever tried of like making it less subtle or trying different rhyme schemes? Like, to be fair, in his defense, he was hopping on different styles of beats, so he was experimenting with flows and stuff, which I respect. And I was even complimenting him. I was like, oh, you know, I like this bit. You could work on this bit. I like doing that, because I feel like if someone walked into a session and just said, oh, you're hard, and didn't give me any criticism, I'd be like, you're just lying, bro. I don't believe you.
Just glazing.
Yeah, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Yeah. But I walked in and I gave him some criticism. He took it well. He was like, I never even noticed that I did that. Now that you say that, I do realize it. I'm like thinking back at some songs, I do realize that I do that. I'm gonna try and change that. And I think that's what we need, and especially in the Scottish space is what. And it's not just Scottish rappers. It's also the singers. We don't really like experiment with like all the R&B songs tend to sound the same. And, do you know what I'm saying? Like, basically, I'm not, again, listen, I'll put myself in that bracket. If I sound the same as everyone else, please call me out on it. But it's one of them.
Yeah, what I'm hearing from it is like too many people are playing it safe. It's easy to play it safe. What I see personally, that's what I see. Like too many people in Scotland are playing it safe because
really,
yeah.
Maybe you guys need to show me the same people, because the people that I have my eyes in Scotland, and they don't.
No. I see the people that you're talking about, that are not playing it safe.
Okay, cool.
But I'm just saying, like,
on a grand scale.
When we're talking, in terms of,
I don't see it on a grand scale.
Yeah,
you know, I'm like
the mediocrity that we were talking about earlier on. This is what, this is what I was talking about. This is why people feel like there's a mediocrity when it comes to the scene, because it's like,
the people are.
Listen,
like, I don't really.
It's like in the scene, if you line up 20 artists, right? Maybe
like 2 of them.
Maybe 2 or 3 of them aren't playing it safe.
Really?
Yeah.
Then I've just been finding the right ones. Then thank God.
But playing it safe can mean different things as well. Like sometimes it's just like it's hard to explain. Like
I feel like playing it safe up here is more just like you're just doing what everyone else is doing.
You're doing what everyone else is doing. Yeah, but that's
what I'm saying. The people that I've found interesting aren't doing what everyone else is doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? For example, Pence, he's not doing what everyone else is doing.
No, he's not.
You're not doing what anyone else is doing. Jeremy's not doing what anyone else is doing. Becca is not doing what anyone else is doing. Bems ain't doing what anyone else is doing.
Thing is,
Pac, you ain't doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, Alexander Romance ain't doing what people are doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, the people that I find interesting, that I'm like, okay, Harry, he ain't doing what everyone else is doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, the people that even AJ47 ain't doing what everyone else is doing.
Yeah, no, he's cold.
He's great. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but this is the thing, though. Like,
I've got my eyes on aren't doing the same thing as what everyone else
this is the thing.
Yeah,
but see, all those people you've mentioned, there's a reason why they're doing well.
Even Hani ain't doing like. Yeah. They have
but
their own
they have their
own unique.
There's a reason why those people are doing well.
Okay.
But then you have the
there's another side to the.
There's another side that everyone else
I hope to never see the other side. I hope to never see the other side.
No, do you know what it is?
Come to the studio.
Do you know what's crazy? I didn't realize there was an other side until I started working more. Like, I knew there was another side, but I wasn't really tapped in until I started working at like
D notes to the other side.
And then I was seeing some of the artists.
Like your studio, like, not to discredit Dino at all, because
he's doing dope shit.
He's about like the studio at least, but I feel like your studio is very.
Oh, I'm very selective.
It's kind of invite only.
Yeah. Not everyone can just walk in. You can't just pick that one.
Y'all are right about it.
Can't just be picking that one.
Yeah. Whereas D-Note himself, the person, he's very much the same. But his studio
business-wise
is very inclusive. Like, if you want to book today,
come in, man.
Tom, Dick, and Harry. You know what I mean?
Anyone can come in.
It's your first track. Anyone can come in, and that's great for progression. But definitely, that's where I would understand. You are saying this, and you are saying, I don't know what you're talking about. Everyone, I'm reaching out.
Wait, you might have right there. I'm not even lying, because I actually be like, yo, look, I got a studio.
Bro, someone from the street could walk in and do a session.
But I had a session,
That's not the same with you, you know what I mean?
I had a session, and halfway through my session, somebody buzzed up the intercom and was like, I just want to know what your prices are like.
Oh, right, it could never happen at my spot.
Do you know what I mean? So I was just like, anybody can come in here. So this is where I discovered this other side of the Scottish scene, and I was like, there's a whole scene that I don't know about, and I've been, I've been in the scene for a minute, right? But like I've been on like this side of the scene, and I don't want to say the black side or the white side, but I've been on this side of the
black side, bro. It's all good.
It is what it is. It is what it is. But I've been on this side of the scene,
what it is, man.
Where people are making hip hop, R&B, rap, and drill, and then there's this completely other side where there's like, they're making dance music, they're making drill as well, but they're also doing like hyper. Well, I don't even know hyper pop and all this, and all this other stuff, and I'm like, wow, like so. I'm like in a completely different world over this side.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like. Oh, sorry.
No. I'm still talking about that, but like I'm just saying like there's other sides of the scene that I'm like still. I'm still discovering. That part of the scene I've discovered so right next to my studio there's Subsign Academy, and at Subsign they just do like drum and bass, house, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm locked in with Simon from Subsign, and me and him, like, we have all conversations. Resonate, me and him have conversations. Sam's with Richie, like in that aspect of the like variety of music in Scotland, I've always, like, once I got here, I try and dig in as deep as possible. You know what I'm saying? But like, I've genuinely, like, outside of that side, the other side where anyone can just pull up. No, I haven't seen that, because like, as you guys have said, bro, like, my studio is really much an invite. Yeah. But that's been like most of the scene growing up in Scotland has been mostly that scene that I've seen, like, especially when I see pages post artists, like if some pages post whatever, and it's like, what are we trying to build here? Like,
fair enough, fair.
what are we trying to like represent? Is this the best of Scotland, or is this just anyone that's paying for a little video can just jump on your page?
Yeah. No, but there's beauty to both of your approaches and both your studios, because, for example, if you're going to Simeon, come prepared, come ready.
Yeah.
No, don't even come ready. Just come ready to be challenged.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, you don't have to come ready because
come serious about it. You know. What
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
Like, you're not coming to just like mess about and just have a little. Bro, there's certain people, and the reason why I stopped going to Pirate Studio is washed. Bro, I'll tell you guys for free. That studio there, it just lost so much credibility.
Listen to
like
me.
I started going there.
Pirate Studio is not washed. It's just who you go to Pirate Studio with.
No.
The Glasgow one.
Is
have you been?
The
Oh no, you.
Glasgow
No.
Yeah.
You have.
I'm not talking about the whole.
Have you been to the Glasgow one? No, the Glasgow one. No. The Glasgow one is.
Have you?
No, he has.
We did a writing camp there, bro.
No, but we were lucky because
I'm
for
not
some
talking
reason
about-
everything was there. But sometimes
I'm not talking about the company as a whole. I'm talking about
the facility.
the facility
Yeah.
in Glasgow.
I don't think the facility is that horrible.
No, it's just that like
You ain't been to the
it's
same one.
in Glasgow. Do you know what I mean?
And
like,
it's not even just the equipment, blah blah blah. Right. What I'm talking about is I used to go to Pirate Studio in Glasgow, the Glasgow one, when it first started, and it was like people were serious. Like, people were there 12 hours just making music. It was beautiful. Like, even if you weren't up there, right? Now I go and it's just kids trying to get drunk.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I mean.
I've seen that.
That's why it's washed.
But, right. Okay, I see. Oh, do you mean the quality of people that they're letting anybody in? Of course.
Like, absolutely anyone.
Hey,
anyone. You know
it's
what
a
I mean?
business model. You paying for a service? Fuck it. Okay.
But going back to what I was saying, so I appreciate what you're doing in D-Notes because a lot of people don't have the patience to tell, for example, whoever that artist was that you're communicating with, you know, because for that artist whose flows may be similar to everyone, their friend group is doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So how would they have the thought of doing
how they
anything
know
other,
those-
you know?
yeah.
But you're coming from a side where your friends are Rebecca and
Yeah.
Jeremy and this person, you know what I mean? Like, I can name like 4 or 5 people in your entourage and none of them make the same sound.
Entourage is crazy.
Entourage.
You know what-
It's
you know
not
what-
To
even
be
just-
fair though, he's not even lying. Like,
You know what I mean?
T-Kid and Ace make 2 different music and
And
they're
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 brothers.
they're really like
They're so different, and they're both
live in
rappers,
this-
but they're
and they,
so
bro, they
live in the
bro,
same
they,
yard,
they,
bro.
They literally have the same upbringing.
Upbringing,
They're
you know
literal
what I mean?
siblings, and
They're
they make
so
different
different.
music.
You know what I mean?
like
Completely
when you
different music.
sometimes when I forget, like Ace raps. Bro.
Oh yeah, no. When he
That guy
raps, he's-
raps. And then thing is, have you ever seen them live?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bro.
see them live. Like
I stopped Ace. Like, I was like, bro, you're him, bro. You know what it takes for an artist. Sometimes you just like, I was like, bro, your writing is second. Another person, Pence as well.
Yeah,
I've said to Pence, bro, your writing is crazy.
I'm like, how do you even
Pence
think of
is-
that? Like that's
This is crazy.
That's the type of people, bro. Sometimes I'm like, yo, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he drops out of tracks, and I'm like, alright, cool.
yeah,
Just grab these 10 and start again. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna have to start again.
Pence is really like
nah, he's different, bro.
problem, man.
Bro, you know what's funny as well?
Him, Becca, and Jeremy on a track would be dirty.
Bro, you know what's funny as
Thing
well?
is, they've actually worked together because he does the shows and he
Yeah.
always gets them to do it
Yeah.
I'm saying on,
on
a,
a
song,
song. Yeah, nah.
there's 3 of them.
But this is the power of entourage. What I
Yeah, let me
call
call
entourage.
Pele actually after this and have that conversation.
Yeah, their man, their camp is just crazy.
Yeah, their cap is
We'll get onto that in a sec.
Yeah, their
but
camp is cool.
what's mad about like your group as well, and how special your group are in your upbringing, right? So I remember years ago. This is maybe 5, 6, 7 years. So this
5 years ago is years ago, bro. I mean, to be fair, there was a pandemic, so
no,
the pandemic has messed
maybe
up.
more, maybe close to 6, 7.
Yeah, but
maybe
the
5.
pandemic really messed up
yeah.
time. I feel like
No,
I'm
it's
not
still
gonna lie.
years ago. Because if you say years ago,
I'm thinking a decade, bro. When you say years,
nah.
7 years ain't a decade.
Nah, that's all right. Cool.
Yeah,
A while ago.
A while ago.
yeah, a while back.
A while back. But anyway, so this is when I was kind of, I was really pushing, doing my thing, hot, fresh.
Pac-Man, yeah, it's Pac-Man time.
Nah, this is still Pac, but I was doing like shows and shows.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. I was feeling myself back then. You know what I mean? Like when you're getting the validation
Yeah.
all the time. Da da da. Anyway, at the same time though, I was working for Scottish Power. Right, I was doing kind of sales, but I was basically in a shopping center trying to get people to swap their. You know those people that you try and dodge. I was one of them.
Yeah. Look you dead in the eye and said, "Nah, bro, I'm good," and I keep pushing.
But at the same time, I understood that this is a great opportunity for me to promote myself as well.
100%.
Like when young kids would walk past, instead of obviously going for like, are you gonna sign up to pay bills? Because not, I'm like, do you like rap music? Oh yeah, we love rap music. My name is Pat. You know what I mean?
Check me out. Yeah.
This one time, so before I knew who Pence was, right? Him and his group were there, and I walked up to them, confidence, bro. I was like, have you guys heard of the best rapper in Scotland? Like, who's that? I'm like, it's me, fam. They're like, nah, it's this guy, it's Pence. I was like, huh? Nah, it's him.
Yeah, I can.
And I was like, huh?
Yeah.
I was like, raw.
Take a couple steps back.
Bro, it flowed me, fam. I was like, that's crazy. And I went and checked him. I was like,
bro. Immediately, I'd be like, play me your song right now.
It's hard.
Right now, immediately, I need to hear that. Because if you have that confidence, say that, play me your thing right now.
No, bro. But the way Pence is, he doesn't talk too much.
Yeah, no.
He sat there, he was like, he was just minding his business. He was being cool. His boys were like, nah.
Yeah, no.
It's this guy.
It's crazy how like their network. It's almost similar to like how me and my friends are, but their network, they are crazy. Like he's got a solid team with him.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And the way they're pushing as well.
Oh yeah.
You see the thing that they done with Size recently.
That thing was
that's mad.
Yeah.
That's crazy, fam. That's crazy.
Like
that's different type of moves of like, how can we push this differently? It's what we're talking about, like doing things differently. Like you don't have to do too much to think outside the box.
I think right now he's in France, and the mess up thing. Right? I think he's in Paris right now, Pence and Pele. But also my brother Carrie is also in Paris as well. Bro, it's lit. It's lit. Music is in for a great time. Scottish,
man.
Scottish
There's a lot happening.
You might have a lot of gems, man.
I feel like now the scene is entering like a new phase. Like,
next 5 years, man. You man.
Bro, the
next
new
5 years,
phase is like there's people that I'm hearing. I'm like, you just need the platform, bro. Like keep going, and the platform is yours. But there's people that I'm hearing. I'm like, chai. I need to get into like people like Kai Sinclair, Faraz.
Oh yeah, Kai's cold. I've not heard Faraz. Kai's cold. I heard Kai do one rap. Yeah. Like Kai, someone else said, "Yo, check this brother out. He's cold." And I'm like, alright, cool, but
have you heard of
Baz?
Baz.
Yeah.
Baz.
Who's Baz?
Yeah, he's sick, man. He's like an Afro.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll send him your way.
Maybe my ears isn't to the ground as well as maybe I'm not in the trenches like I thought. Maybe I need to jump back in there.
Nah, there's a few folk, and I think everyone's. What I like about especially this side of the scene is everyone's just taking up what they like to do. Nobody's like, oh, we should all do this, or we should all do that. Yeah. Everyone's like, you like rap music? Here's some artists that make rap music, but they're all different. You like R&B? Here's R&B artists. They all sound very different. You like, I don't know, like OP music. There's some guys that are doing that, and then you've also got the Scottish scene where people are doing their thing. And what I like about the Scottish scene is like the people that are in there, like especially these like white Scottish rappers, bro, they are loved by their scene, which is one thing that I feel like on this side of the scene, you have to really earn that. Whereas over here, if you can spit a couple of bars, sometimes it's just one of them ones that if you can spit a couple of bars and you're consistent with it, you're gonna get a lot of love. You're gonna get a lot of ratings.
Yeah, that's something I've clocked as well. That sometimes it's like I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. Maybe both, because it's like for them to grow, they need that love, you know. But it's sometimes going back to pushing the mediocrity, because, you know, sometimes like with promoters, especially show promoters, right? One thing I learned early: it's not about your music, bro. It's how much tickets you can bring into the venue. You know what I mean?
To this event.
So if you're all right, but you got your whole
100 people in,
your whole team,
brother, you're coming
your
to my
whole
show every
scheme,
time.
your whole area.
Facebook, mom,
You know
sorry,
what I
they
mean?
posted it.
Brother,
Do you
know
get what
I
I'm
mean?
saying?
You know what I
I'm
mean?
making money.
You know what I mean?
We all win.
I don't care about
I don't care about nothing else, bro.
you on stage
I'm making
there.
bread.
Yeah.
You're making bread. Happy day.
So
You
yeah,
feel
no,
my
that
thing?
what you're
Yeah.
saying is
Yeah.
very true, because like I feel like, especially if I'll speak for myself, I feel like, you know, when I started making music, there was a lot that I had to do to kind of get to where I wanted to get to and get all these shows and stuff. But I couldn't have done that even if I had like a few people backing me. I still had to like show like, listen, I'm actually good. Don't just put me on if I'm not good. But yeah.
No, but it should always be earned though. Because
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah.
when your sound leaves outside of Scotland, people aren't just gonna be like, oh, this is Sinathi.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, who's this guy?
Yeah.
I earn my respect, you know. So that's why I feel like on this side it's better. But yeah, just to wrap it up, I wanted to ask one final question.
Yeah.
Apart from all the artists we've mentioned, give a shout out to like 2 or 3 people really doing it to end on a positive note, man.
2 or 3 people that are really doing it. You know what? I'm gonna give a shout out to. Oh, I actually don't know. You know, there's a lot of people that I want to shout out.
There's a lot of people we've mentioned already.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna be biased because I've worked with him.
Come on.
T Kid.
Yes.
He's one person that he's really changed his sound. From what you guys have heard on Spotify. He's not dropped anything in a long time.
Nah, I remember.
Big Mood obviously is like a little hint of what he's on now, what he's capable of. But he's capable of so much more. So T Kid, and I want to give a big shout out to Jeremy, because I saw him perform the other day live, and he is someone else that's just like wow. Like you just hear him sing, you're like, I remember getting off stage and be like, wow, I can sing? Nah, I can't sing. This guy can sing, bro.
Yeah, Jeremy does that.
He can sing.
does
But
that still.
I'd say those 2. Right now, obviously, there's a lot of people, you know who you are.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't have to say everyone's name, but those 2 just now off the top of my head. Big shout out to them. T Kid, hurry up and come back, man. The streets miss you.
Streets mystery is crazy.
Yeah, I heard it.
Stay at home. Be a good man. Stay at home.
But
The
yeah.
music, just the music, though. Just the
Okay.
music.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
That's
the
us.
rerun.
That's
That's the rerun.
That's
Yes.
the rerun.
Yeah, man. Told you, bro. Got the
It was
boy
good to be
back in.
back.
Did the rerun.
yeah.
Yeah, man. That's us. Still, next week you're gonna be riding solo.
Riding solo.
Sorry,
next
folks.
week.
I'm in London.
Busy man.
Yeah, I'm in London.
Professional.
Yeah, man.
Homie coming from LA, one of the dopest singers you guys will ever hear in your whole life, and we're gonna be in studio. So yeah,
Alright.
yeah.
That's us.
That's us.
Love.
Peace.